Use is usually taught last within the martial art program. When not in use, the blade is often wrapped around the user like a belt, making it both deadly and fashionable. Despite the weapon and martial art nearly dying out, a 20th century revival brought back interest to the urumi, and many ceremonial displays are still performed around the world. In fact, other countries such as Sri Lanka have their own versions of the weapon. This version, however, takes it one step further and introduces more blades and even dual wielding. A badass and historical weapon, the urumi would be icebox was used before the invention of the modern refrigerator. It was basically a box, usually made of wood and lined with things such as cork or straw, in order to keep the cold in. A large block of ice was then put in the top compartment, which would cool the air in the lower compartment where food and drinks were stored. But the melted ice would have to be emptied out and replaced with fresh ice. The Iceman was the person who was paid to deliver fresh ice to those with ice boxes and would come by every so often to replace your ice. Back before we used chemicals to keep things cool, ice had to be harvested from cold locations and delivered to the hotter places that needed it. The icebox made home food storage and temperature control much easier in a time when it was still uncommon. In fact, the icebox has been credited with helping lower heat-related deaths in large cities of the time. Many children looked forward to seeing the Icemen arrive on the ice wagon and would eat the ice chips that fell off as an early slushy treat in the summer. Similar, however, to the milkman, the Iceman profession died off when more modern processes came about, in this case, electrical refrigeration.
I think we should have a photo.
No, don't use that. Let's use one of the ones online.
I can just take a picture now.
No, but I
can just take one now.
Honestly.
All the angles. Oh, there we go.
We don't really need to take one. It's a bit close, I think.
Okay.
What is going on, gamers, and welcome to the channel. Hey, in this video I'm going to break down my advice and tips for those who are trying to get more wins in the solo playlist in Realm Royale, a new battle royale with fantasy RPG undertones that's currently in alpha. Now, the first thing you'll need to do is select a landing zone. Pretty typical of any BR, but bear in mind that Realm Royale was designed to greatly reward those who win fights throughout the match. So it is nearly impossible for passive edgelords to win matches consistently in Realm Royale. So right off the bat, you're going to want to pick a landing zone that is close to a forge, because your number one priority is to secure a chicken trophy from eliminating another player and acquiring shards to craft your class weapon and a yellow rarity armor piece at least in your initial forge area. So stage one of winning Realm Royale matches is win your forge area, forge your crap, and roll out. So remember that when you land, you don't want to over loot right off the bat. You need to find a weapon and maybe a couple of potions and then go push someone. So when you land, listen for the loud thuds of other players hitting the ground in your area. Take note of which directions those thuds come from. Grab your gun and go hunting. You don't want to give them too much time to gear up, and you also don't want them to get away. A lot of players will run away from fights in the early game, but you need that chicken trophy, and that loser has it, so you need to go get it. So once you win your landing zone, you really want to craft at least your class weapon and one armor piece. Sometimes if the zone is kind enough to you, you can have time to loot the surrounding area and then come back and forge a class ability and some potions depending on your needs. Now, 2 points that I want to make. After you win your landing zone, you want to push further into the zone and select another forge location to push to. You want to find other players. So look for smoke coming out of the roof of those forges as you push them. If there's smoke, then that means someone's already crafting something there in that forge. That's a good thing. You need to eliminate players to win matches. So winning comes down to who has the most high-level gear 9 out of 10 times. So at this point, you likely have just one yellow rarity armor piece. If you kill another player at your second forge, they often have at least one high-level armor piece as well. So you take theirs and then you craft another one, because you can only craft one armor piece per forge, so you can't do it at the one you landed at. Now you got to do it at this second location. So now you have 2 to 3 yellow rarity armor pieces and probably some killer weapons. And the second important point that I want to make is that abilities win games. So take the time to forge a second legendary class ability while you're there if you have time, or whether it's your first. At the beginning of the match in this video, I had a white rarity fireball for my mage that hit for 450 damage, and it cooled down in 10 seconds. But at the end of this gameplay, I have a legendary fireball that hits for 900 damage around corners and cools down in 3 seconds. So that's an actual crap ton of DPS more during a fight. So craft those abilities if you can. You need to alternate abilities with gunfire in the end game in order to win matches consistently. And as a side note, I actually mapped my 2 abilities to the 2 buttons on the left side of my mouse where my thumb sits. This way I can use both of them on command in any scenario without sacrificing my mobility, since I don't have to take my fingers off the A, S, D, W buttons in order to activate those abilities. It's all nice and fluid. Now, the end game is important. Many players end up losing because they fall into the trap of playing too slow and too passive in the end game. They think, oh, I'm having a good match. I'm in the top 10. I can't be reckless and choke this away. So they play too passive. Now, you need 3 to 4 legendary armor pieces, and you need to eliminate players to get them. So otherwise, the 2 or 3 people top fragging in the lobby will crap all over you if you don't have the armor to hang with them. So waiting too long is risky. For another reason too, if you play too passive, you're running a huge risk of allowing the circle to get smaller and force you and multiple players into closer proximity with one another. And that means that you're very, very likely to get jumped mid-fight by another player, since the circle is so small and you let it get that way without eliminating players along the way. So it's best, I like to spiral from the outside of the map around and in, be it clockwise or counterclockwise depending on the terrain, eliminating the edge lords that I find along the way. You have to allow yourself room to fight these players, so don't let that circle close in too much or you're gonna get heckin' pinched. And pounce on active gunfights out there that you hear. Don't let people get kills and loot up and heal up. You got to get them while they're hurt. So if you hear an active fight, feel free to hop on in, get some high ground, overlook it.
Under fire! Get clucked! using my health potion.
Bro, I think. Bro,
Damn.
I think
Dude,
Royale.
I like how it doesn't build.
Bro, I think Realm Royale is my game, bro. I'm not even kidding right now.
99? Are you serious?
Bro, I just
Dude,
had
like
a 10 kill game.
that was a 200 headshot, and then it just hit you for 99. 28? Are you serious?
Tay, I just had a 10 kill game, by the way. Yeah, bro. In Rome. I'm telling you, this game's gonna blow up someday.
Nah. That get. Okay.
It might, you don't know that.
Where are you? Trying to outbuild me?
What was that? I don't know if that was Tay or what's the other guy's name? Tay?
Nah, that wasn't me.
I didn't think so because it sounded like Tay. Are you serious right now? No chest. This game trash? Or is this game trash? Okay, thank you. Chest, fine. Are you serious right now? No, reload, reload, reload. Hello, game? How is he not dead yet, game? Thank you. Finally, god dang.
Under fire!
Oh, what's up?
Your call has been forwarded to an...
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. What? GG, dude. C'est un ingé, hein. Merde, je viens derrière le mur. Ah, t'inquiète, t'inquiète, t'inquiète. Il va partir, je vais monter. Oh, excusez-moi. Il est en boulot, il est en...
1, 2, 3, the kids play me. So cool. So I want them to school, yeah, do. 16 and 6.
Fixing my armor. Oh, it's an epic! Yeah! Go! Under fire! restoring some health. For me, you shouldn't have. Take cover! Healing up. Watch the back!
Get on.